Good morning. Good morning. Okay, Patrick is on his way. We call Momo Fat Boy because we just do, and he's got like such a cute little round butt. But he's gained a little weight, and so we had to go get him weighed so that we could give him the appropriate dosage for his heart guard and all of that stuff. So Patrick will be here in just a minute, and yeah. So he and I were just having a super interesting conversation about what we were going to be discussing today. Here we go. And so I'll just talk a little bit about my plan for today. So I'm going to be here this morning, and then I am going to go home to do the quilty sew-along. And it's the prep. And as I was, because I started the spreadsheet last night. I didn't go home early because last night we got in, yesterday afternoon late, we got in a huge, hi Momo, a huge order from Brother. And so I started filling orders last night. I stayed for a little while, and then Patrick and I went on a date. Wasn't it romantic? He thought it was romantic. So
I thought it was romantic.
Our date last night.
Could have been more romantic. You know what I'm saying.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. So I didn't get home. And what time did we get home? Like 8:30 or something?
Yeah.
And I tried to answer emails. I did start the spreadsheet. I did create the group. So if you still want to be added to that group, let me know, and I'll put you in that group. But as I was doing the spreadsheet, I was like, oh, I don't know if, I mean, there's a lot of prep. It consists of, there's like, is it 3 main quilts and then 1 smaller quilt? Or is it like 2? I don't even have my book with me, but I did do the spreadsheet for the first 2, like smaller quilts. And then I didn't finish. I got tired and I didn't finish. It was late. It was like midnight when I finished the first 2. So we'll do as much as we can today as in regards to prepping. I think we'll be able to get through. What?
I'm not. Nobody's saying.
Okay. I think I'll be able to get through most of the prep. And what?
You keep
looking
at me like there's a problem, and the problem is you're tired.
Patrick should be tired too, because Patrick was a party boy last night.
I was not a party boy last night. I went out. One of my very good friends had a birthday yesterday, and I went out.
Is he great? Is he a great karaoke singer?
So it was funny because I've always known he's super into karaoke, and he loves karaoke. But I've never witnessed this.
Was he so into it?
He's so into it. So
in Korea, maybe this should be part of our Korea trip.
Oh, we have to go to a noraebang.
Okay, in Korea they have these things called noraebangs, and they're like, and you know what? There's they have it in Vegas. They have like a huge.
Well, there's noraebangs here. Like they were telling me that they have
Reno?
them here. Yeah.
So it's like you get your own private room, and they serve like food and drinks, and there's like tambourines, and there's like all sorts of like instruments and stuff that you can play. And you have the one we went to had like big table, but I'm sure they have ones where it's just like couches and stuff like that. So you go with a big group of friends, and you eat and you drink and you sing.
They get so drunk.
We went. We didn't get so drunk.
Oh my God. Don't lie.
We were dumping our drinks in the
because
planner.
We were so drunk.
I wasn't so drunk. I don't drink like that.
We went with her dad's publisher, and he was like, he ordered a full bottle of whiskey and then a case of beer, and there were 3 of us. And he's like, he announces, we're going to drink all of it.
And what did he say? He said he swore, remember? Was he like something about...
I don't remember. He was so drunk.
We took a cab home with him, and like he literally...
He fell.
He fell out of the car onto the lawn. and
That's just normal. So,
anyways.
All right. So we are going to, yeah, I have been very much all over Jeannie about making sure that there may be a little bit more relaxation and relaxing with intent. This is my new thing. So anyways,
Oh, but with that Island, we literally were taking our drinks and just dumping it into the plant because there was no saying no to him.
He just kept pouring shots.
Yeah.
And then at a certain period of time, I was like, I can't drink anymore.
We couldn't do it.
And I was so worried that we were not going to make our flight because Jeannie and I at the time had a tendency to like rage the night before flight. And then like somehow we'd like sleep through all of our alarms and then go racing through the airport.
That was back in the day where you could, run
Yeah, you could run all the way to the gate with your luggage and just check it at the gate.
Yeah.
And that I was so worried that we were going to miss our flight.
My brother was there.
Your brother was there. That I went to the night markets and like walked. I like never went to bed. I just went to the night markets and walked around and then went back and woke them up, like showered and then woke them up. And then, yeah, it was a lot.
Do you remember my brother saying, I'm a lonely guy or something? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was like the saddest thing. I'm just a lonely guy, like Paul McCartney's song or whatever it is.
Oh, man.
So anyways, I was talking, Jeannie and I have a lot of stories. We've, it's been an interesting existence. So we were talking when I was driving in today about warranties, because we've had a lot of questions about warranties given the new machine. Will you go peek like and see what food you've thrown away that he's so interested in?
Yes.
And we were talking about warranties. We were talking about some of the things that have happened here in the store. And I was like, we should have a conversation about warranties today. Because I think it's important for people to understand their warranties, to understand their rights, etc. So,
understand our rights.
And understand our rights too.
Yeah.
So, so first and foremost, when you buy your sewing machine, it doesn't matter where you bought your sewing machine, there is something called a right to service. And so basically, and it's been a while since I looked it up, something like 47 out of 50 states have very specific laws that fall into this right to service category. So, and it's funny because this is pertinent to our relationship with Baby Lock too. Like, some of the manufacturers are very adamant that your service must occur at a registered service center or dealer. And quite frankly, in most states, in 47 out of 50 states, that's just not true. You have a right to service. And that happens because sometimes you don't live close to your service center. Sometimes you buy a machine online and there's not a service center within a reasonable distance to you. Sometimes you just don't like your service center and you'd rather go somewhere else. You have a right to service. That said, there's not a right to break a machine. So, like, obviously, if you take your machine somewhere that's not a registered dealer and they don't do good work, that's not a warranty problem. And so there is no service that invalidates your warranty. Like I had a customer in the store yesterday that was unhappy with something that was happening at a local dealer. She brought the machine to us.
We had heard that before, though. I think we might have like so.
There's a difference, and I'm going to get there.
Okay.
There's a difference.
Okay.
Well, and it was, Baby Lock was very adamant that service had to happen at a registered dealer. And so, in fact, right now, I think it's been a while since I've looked, but there was a period of time where when you went to look at the Baby Lock warranty, there was no information about the actual warranty. It just basically said you had to go to a service center. Part of the reason that doesn't work is if you sell most of your products online and you're selling into areas that have dealer deserts, which is what all these manufacturers and distributors say is the reason that they sell their product online, then you don't have the option of going to a dealer. So, the customer came in and like we did work for her over the summer. It was on a Viking. She took it back to the dealer and basically said, hey, the machine works better than it's ever worked before. Like, essentially just trying to give them some feedback on service. And I was very happy to hear that she was very happy with what happened there. And then essentially she was told, well, you have no warranty anymore. Your warranty is invalidated. You're never going to be able to get warranty work. And that's just not true. It's important to understand that that's not how that works. And you can have dealers that tell you that, and maybe they refuse to work on your machine. Like that's the other thing that happens is like we've sold machines to people that live in other areas, and then they go to a dealer in that area and they're told that because they didn't buy the machine there, that they're not going to do the warranty work on the machine. So, and once again, that's just not true. The dealer can refuse service to anybody. Most of the manufacturers, what I always tell folks, if they're local to us here, if you bought, and this isn't just for people we've sold machines to, but if you've bought a machine, it doesn't matter if it's a vacuum or a sewing machine or whatever, and you go to a service center, one of the obligations of that service center is that they have to service your machine. And so I always tell folks, if you ever have that experience, if you go to a dealer and that dealer refuses service to you, then what you need to do is call me and I'll deal with the distributor, the manufacturer, whomever it is. And so, and then generally those people will get involved and kind of reach out and go, hey, like Brother's a great example. If you're going to be a Brother HAD dealer, we used to run into it with like things like Love a Sewing relationships with Baby Lock. Somebody would go, I took it to a dealer and they're refusing to do the work at no charge. And they say they're not obligated to. And I would call my rep at Baby Lock, who would then call that dealer and be like, no, you're obligated to. If you're going to be a dealer, you're obligated to. But that's like a personal thing. And some dealers don't work that way. The way that we've always worked is if we're a service center for your product, bring it in. We're going to take care of you. Like, we're going to get it done. Now let's talk about what's warranty and what isn't warranty. Warranty covers manufacturer's defects. And generally does not cover breakage. Like an example, like I had a customer that reached out just recently and she described breakage to her sewing machine.
Like what we were just talking
What
about?
we were just talking
She
about.
broke the
Presser foot bar.
Yeah, the presser foot bar.
So I don't know. I haven't seen the machine yet. But generally, breakage is not a manufacturer's defect. Like a big joke in the biking industry is the just riding along defense. which is somebody's like, I was just riding along and my frame broke in half. No, you weren't. Like, that's a crash replacement, right? Like, something happened, generally speaking. Sometimes you see weird stuff. I would not tell this customer your breakage is not covered by warranty until I actually see what's gone on with the machine. But like a lot of times, breakage is not covered by warranty. That comment that I made, like, you have a right to service, right? But if you go in to service your machine and your engineer husband over torques a reverse threaded screw that causes damage to the machine, that is breakage. That's not covered under warranty. If it goes to a place that isn't an authorized service center and the machine is damaged in that service, that damage is not covered by warranty. That's damage. So it's important to understand the difference between damage, operator mishaps, and breakage. And, you know, it is just because it happens within 6 months of ownership of the machine. Like, I quite literally have had people drop a machine out of a car when they get home. Like, they take it out of the box and they get home and they're moving it and they drop it. And they're like, well, I just bought it. It's under warranty. Well, yes, it's under warranty, but that damage is not covered by warranty. Like, we've had people get home, take a machine out of a car, back the car over it on the way into the garage, and then they want to cover that damage under warranty. So, like, it's just a good understanding to understand, like, your rights,
about that.
what's covered under warranty, and what is not covered under warranty. Some dealerships service, like, some dealerships sell a machine, and for example, like a Brother machine has a 2-year labor warranty, and they will cover the first or second year of service on that machine. That is not the written warranty. The written warranty is any labor associated with warranty is covered during that period of time. Some dealers include it, some dealers don't. We tend to not include it. Part of the reason we tend not to include it is we run on narrower margins. So that's like kind of a machine, a store question. Like, I had somebody ask me that yesterday, like in that 2-year warranty, does that cover the services for that 2 years? And I said no. But then again, the person was buying a product at less than 50% of the MSRP of that product. So, you know, that's a shop thing. This should be like simple and easily understandable, but no, like, my shop will not cover warranties purchased at another shop. So
Yes.
like, this happens all the time. Somebody buys a product somewhere, they spend $1,000 and they buy a warranty at a different shop, and then they show up here and they go, well, I bought this at this other shop, and it's not a manufacturer's program, it's a shop program. That's not how that works. There's like, but that, like, simple things like that, I believe, are common sense, and, like, you know, but common sense is not all that common. So, it is just one of those things.
Yeah, but we want you to be able to be your own advocate if you need to be, because there are some shops out there.
There are a lot of shops that do it. Like, I've never understood it, why a shop would turn down a new customer. But, like, you know, Brother's an easy example. Like, Brother is, like, there's a lot of online and big box business for Brother. And if you have one of those machines and you bring it to me, I'm totally going to look at it. I'm going to see it as an opportunity to meet you and get to know you. Not all shops are like that. I also believe in what's fair. If you bring me a damaged machine, I'm going to charge you for it. part of the challenge that we do run into, and that's why we talked about what is warranty and what isn't warranty, is customer service. Like, so this woman that has emailed us reached out to Brother Customer Service, and they're like, yeah, your machine's still in warranty. What she's describing to us sounds like breakage. And so when I see the machine, there's a possibility that I say to her, yeah, like you broke your presser foot lever, or you broke your presser foot bar. Like, those things don't just break. Like, that happened in a non-normal circumstance. And that wouldn't be a warranty problem. Just like driving over your machine, or like, this has happened more than once where somebody's driven over a machine. We had somebody drive over an embroidery arm, and we had somebody drive directly over a machine. It's happened twice. And so, you know, it's just important to understand that kind of stuff, and understand that, like, you know, dealer aside, like, there is generally no truth to the idea that your warranty is invalidated. Like, this is something that we were told for a long time, and like, this isn't to say that if a dealer's telling you that's like, they may be telling you that because that's directly what they're told by a distributor or a manufacturer, but that's patently false. You have like a right to service. If you buy a car at a dealership and you get your car serviced at a service center that's not that dealership, it doesn't invalidate your whole car warranty. And that works the same way with sewing machines too.
What about this? Chris has said she purchased a machine online, and when she found a local dealer, we filled out paperwork to transfer the warranty to that dealer.
So that, like, that local dealer may have paperwork like that, but that's like, if you bought a Brother machine online as an example and you came here, like, there's no need to transfer that.
So what about this with Alice? So she bought the Love a Sewing package.
So we're gonna get there.
Okay.
So somebody said, can glow in the dark thread cause a machine to do loopy stitches? It's possible that it's thread specific, and if it doesn't loop, with other thread and it loops with that thread, then yeah, it could be the thread. But you know, do I think it's a thread? I don't know. It's let's see. First quilt luminaire, 10x10 magnetic hoop. Any pointers? Not sure where to start. I'm gonna defer to Jeannie on that one. We'll get there. As machine order, can I invalidate my warranty by opening or working on certain parts of my machine? So we were told by one of our distributors at one point that was the case. Over the years, we've learned that, like, from a legal standpoint, that's not the case. Can you cause damage to a machine that's not covered under warranty in those circumstances? Yes, you can. So we have seen a lot of machines incorrectly assembled. That's not a warranty problem. Can it invalidate the whole warranty? What was that?
That's Momo.
He's just laying down. But no, it shouldn't invalidate your whole warranty. Mm-hmm. But like, we were at one point told by one of our distributors that self-service on a machine would be grounds to invalidate the warranty, and that's just not really the case. You have a right to service. But that said, if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. Like, I can't tell you. I have seen, and this is not to lay this at the feet of husbands, but I have seen a lot of husband damagery. Like, And 80% of those husbands, it starts with, well, I'm an engineer, so I got this. And it's like, okay. But like, yeah, there are very specific screws that are reverse threaded and not reverse threaded. And even if your husband's really handy, unless they have a service manual, and these service manuals generally aren't public, and they're not something that I put out there, just because in the handful of circumstances I have given somebody a service manual, the machine ends up coming in a box in pieces because they can't figure it out. Let's see. I had purchased a machine online. So your love of sewing is actually a manufacturing specific warranty package. And so having said that, that manufacturer is paying the dealer for that service. So, like with Sebo vacuums here, like I talk about now, like we're a dealer of Sebo vacuums, and because we're a top 10 dealer, we get 10-year warranties on every vacuum. That's not true at all dealers. So what I always say is that is not just valid here, it is valid anywhere. And Sebo covers the labor for repairs for 7 years. So I always tell folks, if you leave the area, understand you should not be charged for warranty service on this product for 7 years. And if a dealer is telling you that they're going to charge you, call me, because they're being compensated by the manufacturer. In Baby Lock's scenario, for 4 years, that covers a free maintenance every year for 4 years, and all labor warranty labor for 4 years. And that is, they are compensating the dealer for that service. So you can go to a different Baby Lock dealer and have that warranty work done without paying for it. And if you are told otherwise, I mean, Alice, you could call me. I could still reach out to Baby Lock on your behalf. I still know everybody there. But like, that's one of those things where you should call Baby Lock, because once again, the dealer has the obligation to Baby Lock to do that. And let's see, worked in a quilt shop, worked at a dealer for multiple machine brands. I sold bicycles. Can't tell you how many guys came in saying the threads of the pedals were defective. Yes. Yeah, they put their pedals on the wrong side of the bike. I'm getting loopy threads on all stitching. I had no problems before using. So if there, like, it sounds to me like maybe you've got something stuck in your tension disc. Okay, so somebody asked, any tips on the 10x10 magnetic frame?
I mean, I love the 10x10. It's not the hoop I will use for everything. So it really depends for me. Are you doing the borders? Because I love it. I've been using it for my borders. But I mean, for me, these are the hoops I like to use when I'm doing embroidery. Just the ones that came with the machine. If I'm quilting, I'm snap hoop all the way. Lately, I've been using the two magnetic hoops, the 5x7 and the 7x12. I love them. I don't know what it is. I just love them. And, you know, so the 10x10 I use, but it's not the hoop that I'm using for everything. As I'm stitching, I'm using all different hoops, whichever is the best one for the job. And that's why the Brothers Sale is so great, because you can add to your collection. And I know some of the hoops are really expensive, but we try to make them more affordable, and just add some as you go. Treat yourself. So I don't really have any hints. I do like that if it's not perfect in one spot, you can pry up your magnet and then fix it in that one area without having to do, fix the whole thing. So I love those about the magnetic hoops. I don't know if that answered the question, but that's what I'm saying. Sticking with it.
Sunshine made the comment, I used to work with a baby lock dealer. It can be transferred because we had some transfer to us. Baby lock can, and baby lock has in some circumstances transferred the dealer of record for an individual. Like for those of you who are local here, when we ceased being a baby lock dealer, a lot of you got a note from another dealer in town that everything had been transferred to them. So it's possible, but it's not necessary. That's the point. It is.
Yeah, because you should be able to just go to the dealer.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like
show when you purchased it.
The only difference there is, like when you do warranty work on the machine, like I could only see a baby lock as an example. Like if I logged in with a serial number on a machine, it would only show me the customer information when that was my customer. If it wasn't my customer, and we used to see that all the time, it would, like, I would just ask for proof of purchase. And that is necessary sometimes because warranties are not transferable generally. Like, and I can only speak to baby lock, but like if you were to transfer a machine, like a used machine to a person, there was a 1-year limited warranty on that machine. The rest of the manufacturer's warranty was not transferable. And so, so in those circumstances, I'd go, just bring me a receipt. Like bring me a receipt. Let me just confirm that the machine is still under warranty, but I could still go in and log in and do what I needed to do and get the necessary credits, etc. So, it's 10. Do we have much else to talk about?
We don't have a question. I don't have a question. Do you have a question?
Our giveaway is going to be so amazing, though.
And it's the best giveaway at all because you don't even have to answer a specific question. But we should give them something. Some kind of question. Right?
So here's a question, and it's a vacuum question.
Ooh.
So every Friday we do a giveaway. We ask a question that helps us at the store, and we generally try to make the question pertinent normally to like sewing and stuff like that. But I'm going to ask a vacuum question now because I was thinking about this yesterday, and if we think about vacuum brands being like more big box, like Dyson, Shark, Hoover, Bissell, that kind of stuff, or premium, Miele, Sebo, like one of the major kind of like premium and high-end brands of vacuums, how many of you have big box store vacuums? How many of you have made the investment and gotten like one of the premium brands of vacuums? And so when we do these giveaways, we require that you answer the question. It's required that you answer the questions in the comment below, not in the bar over there, which is just chat. But so with that in mind, like, make sure to take the time to answer it. There'll be a great giveaway. Maybe it's something to do with vacuums. Maybe we'll actually talk about a new vacuum on Monday.
Yes.
Or on Tuesday.
Yes.
And so with that in mind, how many of you have made the investment in premium product? How many of you haven't and just kind of go with big box? And yeah, we'll just go from there.
And I did
So make sure you don't answer it down below. Make sure that you answer it down below, not in chat.
Okay, and I did have two things to talk about.
All right,
Number
I'm
one,
gonna get to work.
Karen Bull just walked in, and she is going to be doing the sew along for the October 31st Save the Date pillow panel. So that's going to get started in about 25 minutes. excuse me, it is just a live feed, just like this. So we'll log off and she'll log on. And then the other thing is, I got shipping confirmation yesterday for the hometown pre-cuts. I didn't like, I didn't get a ton of them. I think I have, I think there's like 6 of the fat quarters and we have like 15 of the layer cakes. So, so I will put those up this weekend. So we'll be able to kit out. We're going to cut it as we go because we're not sure. Like, this is like, it's a lot of fabric. It's new to us. So, and I didn't know if people were going to want to be doing the wall or if they're going to be doing the lap. So we'll look at the numbers and kind of like put them all together. But I'm hoping we'll be able to ship out some of those kits next week. I'll put them up over the weekend. If we sell out, now I know they at least have everything in stock and we'll be able to do it a little bit faster. And when they told me you'll get it within a month, they sent it right away. It was kind of exciting. It actually, you know what? It wasn't right away because it was probably about, I've been noticing that they've been in stock for maybe like 2 or 3 weeks. So it's been a little while that they've had it, but now we at least know we're getting it. So I wanted to let you know about that. And there is not a thread set for the Riley Blake hometown, although they have color recommendations. And Stephanie, if I have the time, I will put something together. Because we have Isacord and Glide, so maybe I can put something together. But as of right now, there is not a thread set, and I'm running low on time. So, Judy, I'm not sure if I got your emails after we get off. I will go and check that. Not big bucks, but yes, Simplicity would be more of a premium brand. So I think we're good. I think we're going to get started. I'll see some of you this afternoon. All of our live feeds and our sew-alongs, if you're not working on the project, we still love it when you join us because you can just use it as a sit and sew. And, you know, sometimes we have silly conversations and things like that. So feel free to join Karen, even if you're not working on the Save the Date panel. You could just turn her on in the background and do your sewing with us. And feel free to join me this afternoon. You do not need to be working on Quilty Christmas. But just feel free to just use it as a sew along and hang out with us. And as far as other order, I'm not gonna Debbie, I'll get back to you. I think Debbie Takashima's order went out. She had a hoop and
Yeah.
I think it went out. So have a great day. Be creative. Make something awesome. Let us know about what vacuum you have. And we will see you in a live feed or we'll see you next week.